as I find it's a little bit better. Yes, beautiful. Yay. Okay. And it didn't take us 5 hours to get sorted. Awesome. We're here and we've got a few people jumping on. The fluffing about with sound means that there's time for people to jump on. We'll just give it another few moments. Yes, we're having some more people. Let me know who's here. I can see Catherine. I can see Katarina. Let me know who else is here. Say hi. I know, Catherine, you're in Australia. Katarina, you're in New Zealand. Lynn, hello, beautiful. Yes, watch the replay. You don't need to be up late. It will be here when you're ready. Good night, beautiful Lynn. Thanks for popping in. So while we're just letting a few more people jump in, let's just take a few breaths. I'm going to have a sip of water. Okay. And I'm going to just ignore the video of me because it's delayed, but I've got Facebook up so I can see the comments, and that's great. I don't need my phone because that's all working. Tech, huh? All right, so welcome to Activating Your Soul Gift. I am so happy you're here, whether it's on the live or watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, please do. Yeah, you know what? You don't have to do hashtag replay. I can tell whether you're live or not. So just if you're on the replay, say hi anyway. Let us know that you're here and let me know where you are tuning in from as well. So I know that this time does not work for everybody. I know that we have people in the UK. There was someone in South Africa. It was a bad time for them. And I think I read somewhere, one of the comments late last night, someone from Croatia. So there are people literally, Lynn is in Norway, people all over the place. So thank you so much, whether you hop on live or watch the replay. If you have ended up in this group, and I will just say not everyone who applied got in. There were a few non-vibey applicants that did not get through. So if you're here, you are absolutely, you've been vetted and you're absolutely 100% supposed to be here. And there will be magic here waiting for you. So I'd like to just take a moment to just open this space together. And first of all, I would like to acknowledge the land that I am on. I am in Australia, and so I am on Aboriginal lands, the Bundjalung people nation, and the beautiful land that sustains me, that supports me, that nourishes me and fills me with life. I would like to honour the people that have looked after it, cared for it all the years before me and all the years ahead of me, and my children as well. So wherever you are in the world, we all have Aboriginal peoples. We all have elders of the land, and you can just take a moment to acknowledge the caretakers of your sacred land as well. Thank you. I'd also like to invite in any energies that are of love, that support us, that walk with us, to be in this space with us today as well. We're calling in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, because that balance is always important. We call in our ancestors, we call in our spirit guides, we call in the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom, and all of the other kingdoms that we know and don't know about, the dragons, the fairies, the mermaids, whoever it is that you work with. Hello, James. You want to come up? No. My dog is notorious. We'll call you in. Come on. My dog is notorious for having to interrupt videos. Look what I brought. Want an apple? There you go. We're calling in Jem the dog as well. But whatever energies you work with, whether you know it or not, we're asking them to come and be in this space with us today and walk with us on this journey of discovery. So whether you're here live or you're watching the replay, a really important part of this workshop is setting our intentions. So for those of you who are here with me live, I would love for you to let me know what your intention is to get out of this workshop. What would you like to receive? What would you like to achieve? So my intention for this workshop is to hold a space for you to feel deeply held and seen and supported, and for you to feel safe to be in contact and be in connection with yourself and your gifts, and to expand that awareness that you have of them and build your relationship and your connection with those gifts. So let me know what your intentions are for this workshop today. We only have an hour and a bit together. I'll try not to have it run too long. I've got kids in town that I've got to go and pick up afterwards. But for this time that we have to spend together, what would you like to get out of it? And you may not know, and that's okay. You may just be open. You may just have the intention to be open to whatever arrives for you today. And that's perfect as well. All right, I'm not going to delay waiting for the comments to catch up. So I will read comments as they come through, and I'm going to keep moving with this process. So as you possibly may know, this workshop was not originally in my intentions to run. It landed not last week, but the week before, while I was in the midst of a horrible migraine. And it just came in that this is really deeply needed by the collective and by the specific people that will be drawn into this. Beautiful. We've got some intentions through. Catherine, my intention is to be open and trust. Yes, beautiful. Trust yourself. Trusting self is the biggest thing. And Katerina's intention is to learn. Thank you. Beautiful. I know that there will be lots of value here for you. So for the people who've just jumped on, if you wish to, you can share what your intention is for this workshop today. So as I was saying, this workshop wasn't planned. It just landed that this was needed. And it was also given to me that I was not allowed to plan it. It was just, this is the topic. This is the area that you're working with, and you need to call your people in and be available for it, and the rest will evolve. And so it literally was at 8:30 this morning, as I was driving home from dropping one of the kids to their work, that a lot more information has come through for our session today. So I'm going off some hand scribbled notes that I made. I did some voice notes as I was driving, and I've transcribed them a little bit. And very much though, this workshop is just going to flow. And that's one of my superpowers and my gifts, is just being able to step into the flow and open up and allow whatever is perfect to come through for us. And I really love being able to show people and share with people that gift, because it's a big process of trust, trust in myself, and trust that the universe is going to provide us with exactly what we need. And in doing that, my hope is that you are able to open that trust more and more for yourself and your own gifts as well, whatever they may be, however they may show up. Okay, so what we have done is we have opened our circle. We have set our intentions. So we have the support of the energies around us, and we have our intention out in the universe of what we are achieving here, what we are calling in here. The first thing I want to talk to you about, and that's been given to me this morning, is the importance of ritual and ceremony when you are working with your gifts, when you are developing your gifts. And it's a really interesting topic. It's a really interesting topic for me, because my ritual and ceremony looks very different to many other people's. So if you watch other people in the spiritual world, they might have these elaborate, preparation ceremonies before they step into work. Things can get very complicated and elaborate with energy work, with spiritual work in these realms. But my philosophy, and one I love to share with other people, and as always, take it or leave it. Take what applies for you, leave what doesn't. You get to make it whatever the hell you want it to be. You get to make how you do things your way. So when I say we're talking about creating rituals and ceremonies and opening space for yourself, it can be as simple as just sitting and taking a breath and saying, I'm opening this space for myself. I'm holding the intention that this is what I'm doing for me today. It can be as simple as my opening ritual that I do when I'm opening healing space, which I've done this morning, and you can see behind me. There are 3 candles. So when I light these candles, when I'm opening my healing space, I light them and say, may we work safely, with love, and to our full potential. And that's all the ritual that I need to open my space. That's all that I need. So the importance of ritual and ceremony, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be hard. It's just about creating that space and opening that space. So when we're talking about activating and opening our gifts, it's just setting that intention. I'm sitting here today to be open to receive. I'm sitting here today to see what comes. I'm open to whatever lands in my lap. And it's just that intention setting. That is ritual. That's all you need. It doesn't have to be complicated. Okay. So as you are working with this, as you are growing your skills and growing your gifts and opening it to the more and more, it gets to be that simple. It gets to be that easy. Yeah. But it's important as well that you take that moment to acknowledge the sacredness of that moment. Let me know if I'm making sense. Let me know if I'm sounding okay still, if you can hear me okay. The internet has been super glitchy, so I'm hoping that we don't have issues today. I thought the kids had run the internet out yesterday, but it was just that the internet was not working at all for anybody in the area. Okay. Is there more to do on rituals? There is. Why it's important. Okay. All right. So when I'm talking to myself, I am listening to my guidance. And let me just explain that just a little bit. We receive information. We all receive information in different ways. And for some of you, this is old information. For some of you, this is new. Some of you are fresh to this. So I am going to go back to some very basics. So when I say I'm listening, I don't actually hear audibly. I hear inside of me, I hear in my soul, and that's a knowing, but I experience it as a listening experience. Yeah. Some people may see without seeing and see internally. Some people may feel. It might be physical feelings in their bodies, or it may just be a feeling that they know. For many of us, that knowing is the hardest thing to trust because there's no proof, there's nothing tangible to it. And so we have to keep playing with it and experimenting with it. And the more that we can do that, the more that we learn to trust it. And so that is why opening space for yourself is so important. Why holding those rituals can be 30 seconds long to open that space for yourself is so important, because if we're rushing around, we are too busy to be able to hear or see or know or feel what those messages are that we are receiving. And when we are working with activating our gifts, that's how we understand what they are. Those intuitive knowings are how we receive what our gifts are. They're not things that we have been taught generally. They are things that we receive. And so we have to create this space for ourselves to be in process. And it doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. Setting that really intentional space for yourself creates magic. It makes the room, it creates the space for your awareness to connect with what you're receiving. So I want you just to think, just close your eyes, pop your hands on your heart, and just ask, what could be my ritual? What could be my opening ceremony for listening to myself? Could be as simple as, I'm here, I'm ready, give it to me. And then just sit and be open. There are no rules or have tos or don't do's. You get to create this exactly how you want it to look. You're welcome to borrow my ritual. I work safely with love to our full potential. What do you want your ritual to be when you are opening your space for yourself and in time to work with people, to share your gifts? If you've got a pen and paper, you can write that down so that you don't lose that. What might your ritual be? And you can just quickly do that for yourself now. You might want to light a candle. You might want to light a smudge. So let's do my smudge again. Can't get this one to stay alight. Okay. All right, we've got the ritual part down pat. Create for yourself a small ritual to create that intimate open space for yourself where you are ready to receive. If you would like to share what that process is, if you've received what that is, if you want to share that in the comments, I would love to know. If you don't want to share it with everyone, feel free to DM it to me. That's more than okay as well. Let me know what came through for you. And we've got a few more people online with us, so feel free to say hi and let me know who's here. Oh, we're moving into the next process, which is clearing some of the shit out of the way. And if you're new to me, I swear, I did curb myself a little bit earlier, but I tend to say shit and fuck and damn and all of that. So if that offends you, probably not the right space for you. But we are now moving into the space of clearing some of the stuff out of the way that holds us back, that makes us play small and stops us connecting with our gifts. And so then once we've done that, we're going to do the activation process to move into connecting with our gifts. Okay. Okay, where are we going with this? Do we want to do a little bit of this process? We do. Okay. We're going to call in an emotion up here. All right, so the first emotion that is coming up for the collective. Now I look like I'm frozen. Can you guys just let me know if things are okay? Hopefully they are. Are we still functioning? Come on, internet. This often happens when I do lives. The internet can have been working perfectly and then it's like, nope, not going to work at all. Just got a new comment through. Katerina says, I connect in by breathing. Beautiful. Yes, the breath is so powerful. Super, super, super powerful. All right, I'm going to just keep rolling. Hopefully things reconnect. Hopefully they reconnect. Otherwise, we'll have the Zoom recording that I can put up. Fingers crossed things get moving again. All right, so we are working with the clearing aspects. Working with how we can get some of the shit out of the way that makes us play small, that makes us shut down from our gifts, that makes us stop listening to ourselves and our gifts. And the first emotion that's come through is feeling unsupported. And so what comes through for me with this and this feeling of feeling unsupported is the collective. It's everyone that is receiving this session, everyone that's receiving this workshop. There is a collective feeling of being unsupported that stops us from opening up to our gifts and sharing them. And that can often come from childhood when, you know, we might be mastering new skills and sharing new talents and sharing new gifts. And we get ridiculed, we get shut down, we get told, no, that's wrong, you can't do that, you can't share that. People will look at you funny, people will call you names. That's ridiculous. That's not true. And so we're taught from a very early age to shut ourselves down, to not allow ourselves to run with what we know. And so we turn into these adults that can't trust, don't trust ourselves to be ourselves, to put ourselves out there because of that history of not being supported to be ourselves. So what do we need to do to clear this lack of support? All right, we're all being asked to hold our foreheads, hold our heads. Katerina says it's hard. I'm not sure if that means that the connection's not working. My video is frozen, but I've just gotten a new message through from Kat. So if you can give me a real-time message, is the video flowing for me, for you? For me, it looks like I'm frozen, but I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to continue the session. But let me know if this is still, if it's still streaming for you and I just can't see it for whatever reason. So we're holding our foreheads and just breathing, letting our breath come in and flow out. And as we do that, allowing our awareness come into our body, into this physical vessel that carries us around, that we so often ignore, that we so often pretend we don't have, especially when we're working in the spiritual realms. We can get, you know, stuck up here and forget that we've got this beautiful physical vessel that carries us around and is part of our spiritual experience. So just holding your head, your forehead. And I've just naturally put a hand on my heart, so do that as well. If your arm gets sore, you can swap hands, or you can just let your hands drop if you need to as well. And we're asking for memories to just float gently to the surface for us. Memories of times when we were children, perhaps when we were teenagers, even adults, where our expression of ourselves has been shut down. We've been told we're wrong, We've been told we're silly. We've been told it's not safe to behave that way or express that way. Allowing those memories to just float to the surface, acknowledge them, and send them love. There might be specific people that you're sending love to. It might be just experiences. You might not be able to clearly grasp what it is, but you can feel it bubbling up anyway. However it's happening for you is absolutely perfect. Trust the process and send love at whatever is showing up for you. Acknowledge it. I see you. Yes, that happened. And you can talk to that little you. I'm really sorry that happened. That must have been hard. But continue sending love to those people, all those experiences. And as you do, I want you to send gratitude as well, because they were a perfect part of your journey. Without their input, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And where you are right now is perfect. And do you know why? Because it's reality. Well, it's one version of reality. And you can't fight with that. You can just accept it and choose what comes next. And it gives you the awareness of why it might feel so hard to be connecting with what else there is, because we've been taught not to. So in this space where we're sending love to all of those people and experiences that are showing themselves, I want you just to notice the different ages of you that are showing up as well. There might be little you, there might be teenage you, there might be adult you, all different stages. And just see all of you standing there, present, witnessing. Bear witness to those experiences. Acknowledge them. Don't gaslight yourself. Those experiences matter. They have shaped your experience, and they give you a place to determine now what you wish to choose. And perhaps what you wish to choose is that you no longer subscribe to those teachings. You no longer subscribe to the beliefs that were installed, that you developed, that you accepted, that you must not do this, that it wasn't safe to share, that it wasn't safe or okay to be you in all your fullness, in your full expression, in everything that you had to offer. We are recognizing that is not the story we are choosing to subscribe to anymore. And as we have this recognition, we acknowledge that we're working in the Akashic records, your soul records that hold these beliefs, hold these experiences. As we recognize them and bring our awareness and consciousness to them, we are able to begin rewriting. The first step of healing is awareness, and that's what we're creating. Creating the awareness of what we are stepping away from and what we are stepping into. So claim now, right now. Claim for yourself. This is what I'm here to do. I am here to be 100% me. I am here in this human experience to bring all of me, in all of its glory, in all of its mess, in all of its brilliance, in all of its confusion, everything, every single little piece is what I am here to bring and to experience and to be. You might want to say that out loud to yourself right now. This is what I'm claiming. I'm claiming my space. I'm claiming that I matter. I am choosing to support me. I am choosing to support all of me. I am choosing to embrace all of me. And feel the power that rushes into your body, into your whole being, flooding your energy bodies, flooding your light bodies, flooding your connection with yourself, with others, with the universe, as you claim that power. It's okay to be me. Feel that vibration thrumming through your body. Okay to be me. It's safe to be me. That's what I'm here for. And I'm not prepared to show up for anything less. I'm not prepared to allow others or their beliefs or their judgments to impact me, to hold me back, to restrict me. If you feel the need to release, you can move your body. If there are tears wanting to flow, let that happen. Let this energy move. It's been so stagnant for so long. Allow your breath to be whatever it needs to be. Allow your body to move however it needs to move. Let this intention and this reclamation of your power flow through you. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the connection with Mother Earth, with Gaia. Feel the power of the divine masculine flowing through you, giving you the strength and the guidance to be in this process, to do the doing and be the being, bringing the feminine and masculine energies together. And even allowing this can be super emotional. If we have mother wounds or father wounds, inviting those divine presences into our souls. They're always with us anyway, but inviting our awareness of their presence in our souls. To feel that pure love and support and guidance. They don't mollycoddle. They hold us accountable. But they are there for us in every way possible. And they're never not there. Feel those energies flowing through your body. Feel yourself grounded. Feel yourself connected. And I want you to say out loud, if you can, if not, just in your mind, I am safe. It's safe to be me. It's safe to connect with all that I am and to bring that to the world. It's safe for me to see it, and it's safe for me to share it. It's safe for me to share it. It is safe for me to share it. And when we understand and embody that it's safe for us to share, it makes us safe for us to see. It makes it safe for us to connect with all that there is for us. Beautiful. All right, I'm just doing a check-in. I have some comments from just before this process from Catherine and from Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth, that things are working. My video is still frozen. I'm assuming that we're still working though. Video is still counting, telling me that we're at 36 minutes. So I'm assuming that we're still working. Let me know, just pop me a yes, still good, all here. And I also want to know how that process was for you. What was surprising? What happened? What opened? I'm just going to take a few moments, grab a breath, grab a drink. Before we step into our activation. But part of sharing, the beautiful part of it is that it really helps those experiences to process and integrate and solidify for you. It's your claiming of that process. When you share, you can't gaslight yourself later. You can't convince yourself later that that didn't happen, because you have shared it with a group of people who experienced their own experience, but witnessed it. They witnessed your experience. They were in that space with you. So sharing is super important, and I invite you to do that. It doesn't have to be public. If you're really not comfortable to do that, you can do it on my private messages. Totally open to receiving those. But the sharing is super important. And it helps us embody that experience. It helps us embody the release, and it helps us embody the activations. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my phone just to jump into the Facebook group and see how things are going as well, because that will show me more than my computer screen is showing me. Just while we give you guys a moment to share your experiences. Okay, yep, sweet. Video looks good there. So I'm going to keep that up so I can see what's happening. Alrighty. We have had a massive release there. So it's super important that you guys are drinking lots of water for the rest of the day. Drink lots and lots of water and be really gentle with yourselves. Just allow whatever has come through to be what it is. Allow yourself to cry if you need to cry. Allow yourself to be quiet if you need to be quiet. Allow yourself to journal. Don't let Lynn hear that, because she hates journaling. But if you want to journal, you can journal. You can also voice record if you feel like you want to get stuff out that you don't like writing. Voice record. Talk to a friend. Talk to a tree. Spend time grounding yourself. Spend time in the ocean if you can. Whatever things nourish you, support yourself with them. Okay, we've been given the go-ahead to move forward into our next process. And I just want to acknowledge the power of the process that we have just been through, and what we are about to step into is deeply, deeply, deeply supported by our ancestors, because they want the best for us. They did their best, and they want the best for us and their line, for our offspring, for the people that are to come. So they support us in every step of our healing and every step of our stepping into ourselves. Elizabeth, I feel really relaxed. The release felt like a huge weight lifted off me. Thank you. You are so welcome. And that was so channeled, like it was, that came specifically for this group. And that is why I couldn't prepare this class. It's why I couldn't prepare this workshop, because it wasn't meant to be prepared. It was meant to flow, and it's flowing beautifully. Okay. All right. It's time. It's time to step into our activation space. So grab a drink if you need to. Run to the toilet super quickly if you need to. I often need to do that after we've had a big release. Oh, hold on though. Yeah, okay. Begin to use your breath, and you can breathe loudly. allow it again to bring you into your body. Feel that air flowing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel it flowing into your lungs. Be aware that this action of breathing allows everything to keep functioning. It allows our heart to keep pumping and sending the blood through our body. Feel that energy pumping through you. Feel the life force that comes from the air that we breathe, the chi. Feel it flowing through your body. If you ever doubt that you're connected, come back to your breath. Come back to that feeling of the air coming in and out. Come back to that awareness that the air you breathe is energy. That energy sustains us and flows through us, and it comes from source. It comes from the universe. And so you are connected. It is always with you. You are never, ever disconnected. Never. And as you're breathing and feeling the air moving through your body, I want you to be aware of your body. Feel it. There is nothing unspiritual or unevolved about this physical vessel. It is what we are here to be in, to experience, to work with. And so I want you to put your hands wherever it feels amazing to put them and just acknowledge this is perfect. Whatever pains I'm experiencing, whatever frustrations I'm experiencing, this is my perfect experience, and thank you. Even if it's hard, thank you. And I want you to feel your body resting on whatever it's resting on. I can feel my bum in my chair, pushing up against the back of my legs. My bum, I can feel my feet on the ground. I can feel my hands on my body and the heat coming from them. And I want you to notice those sensations, notice that contact. And as you notice that contact, realize that that contact means that you are held and supported and that you are safe. So this is another way to always bring yourself back into the moment and back into feeling safe. If we're not feeling safe, we can't be fully expressed. So when we're working with our gifts, when we are connecting with our gifts, we always start with feeling safe, creating that safe space for yourself. Teaching your body, telling it, relax, you're safe, it's safe to be here. And I want you now to send your awareness inward. Allow your awareness to flow in from the out, deeply inside you. You might feel it behind your eyes, you might feel it in your heart, you might feel it in your gut. Wherever that connection point sparks, go with it. It's perfect. There is no wrong way here. Connecting deeply with you, with your quietness, with your essence. Doesn't matter if it's in your big toe. It just matters that you acknowledge it and accept it for all its beauty and all its quirkiness. And for some, this is an emotional process. For some of us, this doesn't happen. And so just acknowledge for yourself how precious this is and hold yourself in that moment. And I want you to see in your mind's eye that you, your deepest core, are sitting in a space. It might be a room, it might be outside, but it's somewhere peaceful and it's somewhere safe. it's somewhere that you feel deeply connected and deeply held. Just allow your awareness to wander around this space. Get familiar with all the corners, if there are any, all the nooks and crannies, all the spaces. Show yourself that it's safe to be here. Allow your awareness, your consciousness to relax, to breathe, to be here with yourself. And we're now going to invite new energies into this space with you. And those energies are your gifts. Those energies are your abilities. Those energies are your skills. They are what you are here to bring to the world. And they might show up clearly, or they may not. They may show up as people giving you something, giving you a gift. And all you are asked to do right now is to receive. So as these energies step into your space, I want you to look at each one. And see it, if you can, feel it, if you can, hear it, if you can, taste it, maybe, if you can. Know it. And it doesn't have to be an exact knowing of this is exactly what it is, this is what it means. It just means know it with your soul, meet it, and accept it, and integrate it into your soul. Know that in your space, you are surrounded by your ancestors, you are surrounded by your spirit guides. You are surrounded by your deities and devas who support you, who play with you, who love you and want the best for you. If you are to work or are working with specific deities or devas, they may show themselves to you. It may be a fairy, it may be a dragon, it may be a god or a goddess. You may not see them, you may just know them. Allow your awareness and your consciousness to feel lazy and relaxed. And just exploring these energies that are showing up. Feel your consciousness and awareness kind of floating around your gifts. Maybe touching them. Meeting them on a soul level. And as those meetings happen, feel those gifts integrating with you. They're already there. They've always been there. But the first step of everything is awareness. So allow your awareness to just dance around these gifts and feel them resting in your soul, feel them resting in your consciousness and your awareness. Feel where they reside in your body. Continuing to breathe, creating space and expansion within your being to house and embody these gifts. They are all yours. They have always been yours. They have always been part of you. But the beauty of being human is that we can constantly be growing and expanding and evolving. And so these gifts may land and be available all at once, or they may drip feed. Your awareness of them may be there, but they may not come fully into expression until a year's time down the track. They may be available tomorrow, but if you sense them, you can trust that they are yours and they are accessible. And they will become accessible in the perfect timing. There's no point to pushing, there's no point to striving. The best place for growth is presence. And so just take note of this space that you're in, the space that you have created for yourself. Take note of how safe you feel. Take note of how you feel. This is a place that you can come and spend time in and ask to be shown new gifts, ask to be open to receiving the knowledge about them. You can spend time here anytime you want to. I want you just to really see those gifts that have shown up today, that you've become aware of consciously or perhaps a little subconsciously still. Feel that they are within you. And ask that you be shown just one that you are to work with right now, that you are to make space for, to understand, to step into fully, and to begin to trust and to share with the world. Receive that gift, bring it into your body, bring it into your heart, bring it into your mind. Feel it resonating right throughout your being. And state your intention. This is what I'm bringing. This is what I'm finding. This is what I'm exploring. This is what I'm going to work with next and bring through fully. And just acknowledge it without judgment, without fear, just with love and acceptance. This is perfect. This is exactly perfect for where I am right now, for what I need right now, and for my journey forward. It may be confusing. It may not make sense. It may be scary. It may not feel enough. But whatever it is, whatever has shown up and you have been given and you have accepted is perfect. It is enough and it is part of your journey. It's just the next step. And this process can be ever evolving, ever growing. But this is the perfect next thing for you to embrace and embody and be. I want you to breathe. Allow your hands to move on your body a little bit. You might like to squeeze some of your joints, squeeze down your arms, press on your chest. Just remind yourself, oh, I've got this body. Feel your face with your hands. Feel the breath flooding into your body. Be here. Be present to be you. Squeeze your legs and your knees, feel your feet on the ground. Allow your hips to move in your seat. Stand up and stretch if you want to. Allow your arms to open. Letting that air flood your body. Keeping your eyes closed and just being here with you for a moment. Let your hands rest on your heart space. And just be quietly aware of the changes that have dropped in for you. The knowledge that came, whether you can grasp it right now or not, it is there. Just let it be there. Breathe deeply. Out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and be back here in the room. Whew. Whoa. Thank you, beautiful, beautiful souls, for allowing me to share this space with you, to open this space and hold this space with you. Thank you for showing up and bringing it all, being open. That process was powerful, and it was powerful because you showed up for it, and you will keep showing up for it. This activation of gifts does not end here. It is an ever evolving process, even for me. So, I would love to hear your experiences. I would love to hear what came through for you. Katerina, holy snaps, my knees are playing up again. Thank you so much. There's stuff moving, I think, Katerina. The energy is moving. Beautiful. What dropped in for you? What did you receive? What surprised you? What scared you? Let me know all of it. I'm here for it all. And however that experience was for you was perfect. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. Absolutely perfect. You are perfect. So I'd love to know if you have any questions. Kath says, that was amazing. Confirmation of many things. Letting go of beliefs from childhood. Yes, 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 yes. So powerful. So powerful. Katerina, knees started yesterday. How my body went off was out the gate. Kath says you're going to watch again. Oh, you are so welcome. And yes, as I was going through that, I was like, this needs to be available. This needs to be available to rewatch. So I'm actually going to upload it to YouTube, and you're in the group because you registered. So I will be emailing that YouTube link, and you will have access to this process for going through it again whenever you want to. So that was something that came through. I also want to share with you that another special thing that dropped through this morning for me as I was driving. I had my quiet time, and it was completely not what I had prepared for you. I had prepared an opportunity for you to work with me, and it all got kicked out the window this morning, and I was told, no, this is what's necessary. This is what is needed. And so I'm opening up a brand new offering. It literally landed this morning specifically to talk to you guys and share with you guys. So you are the first to know about it, and you will get the first early bird pricing. it's not a big price point. It's $99 for anyone that has come to this workshop. When I open it up to my community, it will be more. But for you beautiful people in here, it is $99. It is going to be a 20-minute one-on-one connection with me to start with, so that we can chat over your experience of this workshop, so that we can connect in with your gifts and explore those a little bit, so that you can express any fears, any objections that you're feeling to open to those gifts. And then there's going to be a group process similar to what we've done today. Again, it's currently not plannable because that's what I'm instructed to go with, and that's totally fine. But it will be a similar process to this, but going deeper with the understanding and the knowledge that you have gained out of that chat with me as well. I will be able to share with you your Akashic soul gifts. So that gives you a deeper understanding of your soul purpose and what makes you tick. And going then into the next process, you will be able to drop even deeper than you did today. And today went fucking deep. Today was amazing. And that is because of the space that you guys were holding as well. That is because of the space that our collective was holding. So the people who are catching the replay, you were part of that space that was being held, 100% part of it. Just because you weren't here live doesn't mean that you don't receive as much, and doesn't mean that this session wasn't as much for you. It is 100% for you as well. So $99, I haven't set the date yet. It will be possibly even potentially a month in the future, so that there is time to get in those one-on-one sessions with the people that sign up. But I will have the details of that in the next day or so. But if you would like to claim a spot in that, I need you to pop me a PM as soon as possible, so that I can lock you into, the spaces. It will be limited spaces. It will probably be limited to 10 people. Potentially even 5, depending on how the energy feels as it's building, as the people drop in and say yes. So if you want to be part of that process, it will be a one-on-one connection with me beforehand, before the group session, where we just drop in more deeply into your gifts together and explore those a little bit more together, and help your understanding and your comfort level with it grow. And then as a group, we will do a similar process to this. Okay. Katarina says, yes, I'm down, love. Amazing. I will pop you a message, or you can pop me a message. Add me as a friend so that our messages go through more easily if you're not already on my friend list. Would love to have you as part of that new process. And it's perfect. It's just, it dropped in so clearly this morning, and just, yes. Elizabeth says, I'm a yes. Beautiful. Look at that. I'm loving this. Yeses already. All right. So absolutely send me a PM so that I can't miss you, and I will make sure that I specifically get back to you as soon as possible about that, and that I lock you in and that you don't miss out on a place. So potentially, if this energy gets as big as it actually feels like it's going to be, it may only be 5 places that I offer for this round. And that looks like there's 2 already gone. Okay. So anyone watching the replay, I may not even get to offer this to my community. It may just be contained to this group potentially. So if you want to be part of this opportunity, let me know ASAP, and I will get the details once they finish downloading to you, once they are there within the next day or so. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for showing up for you, for bringing all of you to this space, for being open, and for receiving. Those are the very first steps to activating your gifts. So I just want to say, I deeply honor your presence. I deeply honor your time, and I'm so grateful for your time coming here, sharing this space with me. It nourishes me. It's what I'm here to do. And I can't wait for the next step. So much love. We are now closing this circle. Thank you to all of the energies that have supported us in this. Thank you to all of the souls who have showed up for themselves in this. And thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. All right. Hit me up with any questions. This group will be open for the next week, regardless of whether all those places are filled or not. So if you have any questions, if something comes up and you're not sure about it, if you have a massive download and you just want to share, jump on a live. Anyone else is allowed to post in this group. So use it. Use the next week to explore what comes up. Use the next week to get some support from this community and from me. I will be showing up for you. I feel like there may even be another live at some point. I think there may be a bit of a Q&A to do. I will let you know when I understand what that is. This group is all about flow. This whole workshop is all about flow. So thank you again for being here. We're going to end the workshop here. I am sending so much love and gratitude for your amazing souls being here. And I will be in touch with those of you who have said yes. And don't be afraid to reach out if you need to. All right. You're amazing. Lots of love. Oh, how do I end this thing now? Go back to Zoom. Bye, guys.